Hello and welcome to Bloom Healing Tarot. I have been having reconnection time as my connection is trying to reconnect. Going through some serious healing. Every time I think I'm on the final curve of my journey, or not the final curve, but kind of like the final set of hurdles and obstacles on this particular part of my journey, some curveball, some chicane corner comes out of nowhere and attempts to derail me. And actually that's not gonna happen, but my goodness, the pitfalls that people try and put in your way, and sometimes only when you're out of a situation, like physically putting some space between yourself and a situation that's causing you some kind of stress or doubt in any way, can you really get some real perspective. And so I've been doing that and just kind of really grounding through Gaia, grounding through nature, sitting. I've spent a lot of time meditating in nature in the last few days, and I've had a particularly intense day of grounding today, where I've just sat in front of the ocean, listening to music and just allowing the water, the spray off the ocean mist and the wind just kind of buffet me from all sides and just really conjure me and bring to me and allow me to feel, sort of very much feeling into my emotions as well, but just kind of on a very solid sense of grounding my physical body, getting myself back to a balanced place where everything is in equilibrium and harmony. And it felt like, you know, as I'm going through all of this, I know a lot of my collective are going through these wild, windy wilderness days and nights as well, metaphorically and literally. Regardless of whatever continent or climate you're in, we are all having some crazy weather. And it's like the dial's been turned up on whatever your normal weather system, bioclimate, biosphere is, macroclimate is what I'm trying to say, is showing you. So everything just seems to be souped up, whether it's the sun or the wind or the storm or the drought or the famine or the desert storms. Everything's just kind of on 11. And so I thought, if I'm going through this, I'm sure my collective are going through it as well. And why don't I sort of just tap in and tune in and allow you guys to enjoy and appreciate and share in some of this grounding that I thought I'd do today and this week and in my life every single day. But ever so needed at this current point in time. And I thought, as I was sitting there meditating with Mother Mare, Mother Ocean, a really cool idea came to me about intuitive reading and the intuitive guidance that I get. And many of you will resonate, that I get through nature, that I get through tarot and oracles and every aspect of the elements, and obviously all the sights and sounds of birds and animals and creatures, and the changing seasons, the sun, the moon, the stars, all of those planets that have a deep impact on us. And I was just thinking, we just get messages from every single place. At least certainly I am now open and tuned in like a well-honed antenna, 433 on the clock, to these things. And for me, I literally can pull intuitive messages out of anything, be that a rock or a book, for instance, or a pack of oracle cards or tarot cards. Spirit just seems to work very well with me. And I thought, I'm reading this interesting book called Becoming Nature at the moment. Learning the Language of Wild Animals and Plants by Tamarack Song, which is a beautiful name of the writer, by the way. I'll tell you a little bit about Tamarack Song. There's a picture of him on the back there, looking like old Father Time. Tamarack Song has spent his life studying the world's Aboriginal peoples, apprenticing to elders, and learning traditional hunter-gatherer survival skills. He has spent years alone in the woods, as well as living with a pack of wolves. In 1987, he founded the Teaching Drum Outdoor School in the wilderness of northern Wisconsin in America. He is the author of several books, including Entering the Mind of the Tracker. So this is the one that I've got, which is Becoming Nature, Learning the Language of Wild Animals and Plants. And it's actually a fascinating, like, survival handbook, as much as it is about sort of understanding the hourglass of nature and how everything is kind of working on its own sense of time, its own sense of evolution, and its own sense of energy, but at the same time, everything is working in a harmonic state as well. So what I thought I'd do is, for our grounding today, I mean, I've got no shoes on. I am barefoot on the tile, on the ground in Mexico. So if you're watching this, you might want to think about grounding yourself, taking your shoes off and putting your skin directly in contact with either the sand, the grass, the rock, the tile, whatever it is under your feet. Maybe just the carpet in your bedroom, if that's where you're at and it's not really conducive to go outside. You could hold something in your hand, like a little pebble. I've got this beautiful stone that I collected from somewhere. I've got crystals. I've got this beautiful piece of obsidian, which looks like a shark's tooth or a dinosaur tooth, a very small dinosaur tooth, obviously. So there are other ways that you can connect directly in with Mother Nature. Maybe, like this chair is wood, you could just wrap your hands around or put your feet up on a wooden chair, and you're connecting in with something that's alive. And this is what this reading is going to be about. So when I say I'm going to do an intuitive reading, I'm just going to literally connect with a page and read to read something I've read before, but I just want to intuitively pick up on an energy, read it to you, and then we'll pull some cards and see how that relates into what I've just read, whether it does, whether it doesn't. It generally tends to for me, and maybe that's simply because it works in with my map of the world, of nature, of energy, because I am a reader. I am also a green goddess, Pachamama Sash, deeply connected in with nature. I always have been since I was a wee one. And so, every animal, every creature, every bird, every insect, every cat and dog, horse, marine life, all of it is kind of sharing a similar vibration that I can tap into now. So I thought it'd be nice also as a way of dispelling and detoxing from a lot of the negative energy that is swirling around in the collective. And when I say the collective, I'm not talking just about people that are going to tap into this reading. I'm talking about everybody that is conscious on the planet is experiencing some hugely heavy, I was going to say deadly heavy vibrations and energies at the moment. Deadly heavy. There could be Scorpio energy coming through already with that sort of death energy. But death is all about transformation. The death card is all about the transformation between life, death, resurrection. It is the almighty, timeless energy. just to, so this reading might well, certainly already, so I wanted to really avoid tapping into any more than I've already needed to, had to, desired to, those negative, difficult, harmful attachments and energies that are affecting everybody right now. At work, I just saw 11:11. Okay, I saw 11:11 and then it flipped to 11:12, 11:13. Oh my God, it just did it again. Okay, so 11:11 just appeared twice on my clock. It flipped back. As I'm talking about things being timeless, the integration of past, present, and future. And I just saw 11:11 twice. I just seen 11:44, but it didn't do it twice. But that was crazy. Okay, anyway, protection. I ask for spirit to cleanse this reading of my energy and allow me to be cleansed, purified, detoxified from all negative energies that may intend to harm or confuse or swerve me off my track, off my purpose, off my mission. I ask for grounding energy from Gaia. I ask for higher consciousness from the heavens, from the planets, from the sun and the moon. I know that I am divinely protected, formed in spiritual, domestic, mental, emotional, physical, financial, and enjoying this journey in all Aho, Amen Ra. Mahalo yo. Alhamdulillah. Okay. Right, let's get on with the reading, shall we? This is Sasha coming to you live from Mexico. And you'll see, when I read you the first line that I saw, this is what it was. So if you're sitting down and you're not doing anything that requires your attention, like close your eyes and just tap in and listen to the sound of my voice, you may want to keep your eyes open. But do think about allowing some deep breaths, allowing yourself to feel comfortable wherever you're sitting, whether you're standing, sitting, leaning against the wall, 1414. Find yourself something of nature to put your body connected to somehow. And I'm going to read something to you. And I've literally just opened on this page. It's not prepared. It's just intuitive. And hopefully there will be some connection in when we pull the cards. As I was preparing for this reading and setting the intention of doing some nature deck, which hasn't seen the light for a while. This is my oracle deck. It actually has Oz. We got spirit animal. Lots of different animal footprints there. We got forest bath. Spirit knows what we need. Spirit is always listening to what vibration we're putting out, and she's always ready to deliver. And then, interestingly, the sort of some of those spikerish energies that we're trying to cleanse out of the holy sacred spider, which has some beautiful connotations, beautiful energies and mythologies surrounding the spider, often very feminine energy, not always in a black widow negative energy, but it's sort of like all spiders have the potential that they certainly carry the power to scare the bejesus out of people, even if they're not poisonous. It's just something about the mythology, the eternal archetype of the spider is enough. Just the vision of this in your bathroom, on your bed, climbing up the wall is enough to make people really scared. And that's probably a very primal thing that goes back to those days of surviving in the wilderness, where all animals and creatures are sort of tuned in to be wary of things like spiders. But that can also keep us away from the magic that is there to be learned and explored when we tap in with nature. So I always hope that these readings help us to understand both sides, the duality, the light and the dark, that we all carry in any conscious being. We are all emanating those dark and light energies. Our journey, our mission, our goal is to find that middle path whereby neither light or dark is eliminated or distinguished or over the other. It's about being in complete harmony. So that doesn't mean being completely in the light all the time, because that would be out of balance, right? You'd be gimped over like this. So in the spirit, okay? So it is actually about that very, very fine line down the middle. And that's why it can feel, especially to us on a spiritual path, very tiring and straining, because it's like we're literally acrobats on a tightrope between two cliffs. You really have to know how to keep yourself on that middle way and not get distracted or too heavy on one side. And that's why we can feel like our body's going through all these painful shifts and transformations, because that is exactly what's happening in the spirit. And we're feeling it down here in the 3D in our physical body. But our energy body is that which is surrounding us here on earth, but it's also connecting us up into the heavens. It's connecting us down into Gaia. So if you're feeling these shifts and these changes, be comforted that this is all part of the journey. It's all part of the flow that you're supposed to be in. It's not supposed to be easy. Sorry, I kicked the table. It's not supposed to be a field full of rainbows and roses and daisies all the time. There's a little bit of that. There's a perfect amount. I've just realized the page I'm on is 144 as well, and I've been seeing 44 and 444 all day today. And I've thrown myself off course from what I was saying. But anyway, it's all good grist for the mill. So put your feet flat on the floor, hands gently in the lap or somewhere holding your crystal or whatever it is you've got. Maybe you're drinking a glass of water, you're connecting in with nature. Either way, relax, listen to the sound of my voice and tune in. And funnily enough, again, I always say funnily enough. I don't know why. I'm always still in awe and surprised that spirit reaches back out to me when I reach to her. But the page is 144 and the chapter is Energize and Attune the Senses. So that's very fitting. So I'm going to read you like a page or two, and we'll see where we get on, how we get on. We're actually at 21 minutes already. Oh, wow. It's all about the introduction. If you're a film connoisseur, if you're a cinema freak, you know, you can tell a really good film by the introduction. Or if it's going to be really rubbish, obviously. Okay. I shall begin. Thank you for being here, Bloom Healing Tarot. If you want to leave a donation, if this is resonating with you, or it does by the end, 2134 on the clock, my donation page and link can be found in the description box below. Thank you so much for everybody that is supporting me specifically, and also the content and energy that I'm joyfully sharing with my brothers and sisters here on YouTube in the collective. Let's say you chose a pebble. Notice that it is surrounded by other pebbles. From there, your attention is drawn to the stones of all sizes that cover the hillside before you. You realize that the next hill must be sprinkled with stones as well, along with the unseen hills beyond that one. Your consciousness is now comprised of all the pebbles and hills that roll before you and all that touches and is touched by them. The wolf pups would focus on a little something that caught their attention, such as a butterfly, and let her movements take them from being caught up in themselves to flowing seamlessly beyond self. A serenity would then overtake them that unbounded them from their physical forms and emotional involvements. They commingled with their surroundings like a breeze flowing through the trees. When it doesn't work, when we get distracted or hung up on any step, we just start over. Because we are breaking an entrenched pattern, it may take a number of attempts to progress through the steps. Another option is to let our distraction be our doorway. Whether it is rain, a noisy bird, or a wild thought, it can draw us out of ourselves and into the world. Following is a story from the Zen tradition about how this can work. There was once a seeker and an elder who were walking together down a country lane. "Honored elder," spoke the seeker after a time of silence, "where can I find the doorway to awareness?" "Do you hear that stream flowing over there?" asked the elder. "Let that be your doorway." "But I can't hear it," replied the frustrated youth after he strained to pick up the sound he expected to hear. "Those rickety old carts and noisy oxen and donkeys going up and down the road drown everything out." "Then let that be your doorway," replied the elder. When we resist what is given to us, we often trigger an emotional response such as frustration or resentment. These act as barriers to openness and connection. On the other hand, when we let thoughts and feelings flow freely, regardless of whether we can be positive or negative, we remain mentally and emotionally clear. As Jiddu Krishnamurti says, the ability to observe without evaluating is the highest form of intelligence. I'll say that again. The ability to observe without evaluating is the highest form of intelligence. Without judgment or frustration as barriers, we're able to look at something as an opportunity rather than an obstacle. The core part of coming to oneness is that there is nothing to learn. All we are doing is sidestepping the clutter that keeps us from our relationship. As oneness is intrinsic to our being, we are merely returning. We need to repeat the exercise until we break the habit of relying upon our controlling ego. In time, we will be able to switch to animal mind consciousness without the exercise. In fact, it will occur spontaneously. Many of us will find the exercise easy, as we are essentially distracting ourselves from the rational mindset, which we are already adept at doing. Only here can we view distraction as something positive. We could view distractions more affirmatively anyway, as they are typically the mind's attempts to return to the natural state. There's 4 sensory attunement exercises. I might not read all of them, but I'm going to start at number 1 because it flows beautifully on from what I've just read. So the first sensory attunement exercise is everyday practices. Most of these take little or no extra time and will fit in with your regular routine. Wear soft, thin footwear and clothing. Identify the sources of sounds. Notice what people are wearing. Choose jewelry one day, shoes the next, and so on. Eat outside. Find a pattern in the carpet, the tile, or the sidewalk and follow it. Take stairways rather than elevators and escalators. Spend time with a child under 6 years of age for 4 consecutive hours every week. Number 2, aerobic exercise. Physical attunement is a cornerstone to sensory attunement. It can be done anywhere with little or no expertise and no expense. Choose any activity that engages the major muscle groups, such as swimming, jogging, tennis, or fast dancing. Start slowly, working up to a 30-minute activity period. Perform at 60% of your peak heart rate. Mix up your routine to avoid repetitive motion injuries. Exercise every other day for maximum benefit. There's a little start smart warning. If you're overweight, have a chronic health problem, smoke, drink, lead a sedentary lifestyle, or are over 40 years old, consult with a healthcare practitioner before beginning. I think that's a little bit overkill. I think anybody that is able to walk is able to get some exercise without actually needing to go to the doctor first. But you need to be your own guide, and you need to be your own sort of judge of exactly what's going on in your body at any one time. Don't even allow the doctor to tell you what's going on with you if it doesn't actually resonate with your own experience. Some of the benefits of aerobic exercise are weight loss, increased stamina, lower heart rate, blood and lower blood pressure, improved cholesterol profile, greater sensory awareness, stronger immune system, less sickness, reduced fatigue, increased muscle strength, increased mental health, and increased lifespan. Okay, I'm going to stop there. That was really nice, a really good introduction that relates to what I'm trying to say, because in terms of grounding with nature, you yourself are the most natural being or object in the room with you. So anything that you can do to improve how your senses are both receiving information and connecting and communicating those signals to your body is immensely powerful at allowing you to tune your antenna and become more discerning about what information is coming through, because there's an assault on the senses at all times. And as human beings, we have a conscious mind and a subconscious mind and an automatic pilot that is filtering at a miraculous rate, because we wouldn't be able to process all of that information. But what is landing is the important stuff. So if there are certain messages getting through all that white noise to you, there's something very specific that nature and spirit and the connection of oneness that exists within the universe is trying to communicate to you. So we've got the attuning ourselves a little bit more to nature, to our human body, and also the ways in which gentle to quite vigorous aerobic exercise is one of the best things that you can do of your body. Okay, so let's just see what 32, 39. Perfect. All right. So we've had a little bit, we've got courage coming through with the Osho deck. It's a number 8. This is the idea of the courage of, you know, the bravery, the valiance, the incredible resilience and strength of that flower, that small, fragile flower that's able to work its way up through the concrete head first. Courage. Beautiful green nature card. This is the Thoth Tarot. So let's just take a few energies. Using the 4 cards from my oracle as a baseline. So the first one being is be yourself. The first one being be yourself. So spirit. Thoth. Sorry, this isn't Thoth Tarot. My mistake. With receptivity on the bottom. Look at that, another beautiful lotus. I can almost see, like, I thought that was an owl's eyes, but it's actually a woman's breasts. It's like me receiving these downloads about intuitive reading while I was sitting watching the ocean today. Water and wisdom are so connected. It's untrue. So anyway, this isn't Thoth. I think I said Thoth. This is the Osho Tarot. Osho Tarot. So Osho, please tell us, why is be yourself here? Be yourself. The rebel. The rebel. Number 4, emperor-like, the rebel breaking their chains, beautiful rainbow colors after that very significant blue of the last card. You can see he's breaking those chains at the bottom. Someone releasing the bondage that has kept them stuck and stagnant and unable to connect with their passion. You know, now you can see he's broken his chains. His torch is now aflame, and he's looking in the direction of that, of where his flame is leading him. Where is that leading the way? So he's definitely entering this new realm of rebellion, rebelling against those walls that have kept him caged in, and now he can fly free like the bee and go and pollinate. You know, he's got his wand in his hand. That may be what's on his mind. And he's got this eagle, which looks like it's almost part of his head, part of his headdress. An eagle, suggesting that he's got, you know, the speed of eagle flight behind him, under his wings, pushing him forward to achieve. And rebelling again, you know, rebellion is as much about motivation, is much more about motivation than we realize, because motivation is motivating you away from something or towards something. And when we have a motivator, something that is pushing us away or drawing us in, that's the energy and the essence of that we need to become attached to something or to relinquish that attachment to something. So if we're rebelling against something, it's something that we really need to detach ourselves from. And it's a powerful enough motivator and trigger to put that fire up under our ass and make us move forward quickly and with a determined state of mind. So yeah, that's definitely the be yourself energy. Okay, why is spirit animal here, Osho? Please tell us about the spirit animal. Oh, someone flipped over. Sorrow. Sorrow. Number 9. This is the 9 of air. Spirit animal coming out with the 9 of air. So this was major arcana. This was the 4 of the major arcana. So it is indeed the Emperor energy, Aries energy, Mars energy. Then we've got the 9 of air in relation to the spirit animal. 9 of what? 9 of swords. It could well be someone is feeling very sorrowful because the other person is rebelling. You know, maybe the thing this person is rebelling against is this environment. They don't want to be in this environment of the 9 of swords anymore, where it's constant sorrow, pain, regret, raking over the old coals, whether that's in an argument phase with someone else or just in your own head. This person looks very, very disturbed and upset that they're losing. You know, 9s represent fulfillment, and in the suit of swords, it is most definitely a sense of not getting your wish fulfillment, not being fulfilled, no matter how many ways you try and think around a subject or even attempt to communicate how you feel. It kind of always leads back. Okay, let's get another one, Osho. Why is forest bath here? You know, so maybe the reason why this came up with spirit animal is maybe someone feels like they're losing their soulmate. Maybe they have just lost an animal. And, you know, our spirit guides, our spirit moves through spirit guides, it moves through animals, people, soulmates, karmic partners. Karmic partners are not always the doom, gloom, search and, you know, seek, search and destroy energy that we are all used to understanding them in. It's just perhaps lessons that we need to learn, and spirit guides come into our life to teach us lessons. And maybe this is the loss of a spirit guide. Maybe this is even someone feeling like they're losing their own gifts, losing their own connection to spirit. And it has them feeling like this, disconnected, unable to make sense of what's happening around them, no longer feeling protected by spirit. Yeah. And if you are mourning the death or the loss of an animal, you're one of your fur babies or a real baby, my condolences are with you. I can actually feel like a real heaviness in my heart as I connect into that energy. My condolences, my love and my healing goes out to anybody that's feeling that sense of helplessness and bereavement. Whew. Okay, why is forest bath here, Osho? Tell us what this forest bath, the trees can help us with. Oh, look, slowing down. slowing down. The turtle or the tortuga. Tortoise or the turtle. And this is connected to the forest bath. So, you know, this is making me think of the tortoise and the hare, slowing down, learning to, or starting to see the wood for the trees, figuring out your way out of a maze or a labyrinth potentially. Stopping to smell the roses and appreciate the present moment. The tortoise and the hare story has actually come up a couple of times with other readers recently, which is interesting. I resonate with it a lot. There's so many people around me that I see just like trying to cheat and steal and deceive in order to get to the finish line first, when they don't fucking realize that it's not about the destination, it's not about the finish line, it's about the journey. So the idea that there is even a finish line is pure fiction. There's never a finish line. Like I was saying this at the beginning of the reading, 43, 53, you know, that energy, like I was bringing in at the beginning of no, it's gone. No, it's back. Okay, so the energy of realizing that no matter how many trials and tests and successful obstacle courses I have navigated or successfully navigated, there is always another test. Spirit is constantly throwing tests in our pathway. And if you're constantly looking for the shortcut, the success, you know, trying to peer into the distance and see this finish line and figure out how you can fuck with other people and get there first, means you're already a loser straight away. We don't need to know who comes in first, second, third, fourth, also ran, to know that you're a loser. But it's that sense of knowing that no matter how slowly you feel like you're moving, no matter how slowly it feels like the progress is totting up, each step you take, each gentle breath you take, each moment you give to yourself for self-love and nurturing and remembering to enjoy the present moment, actually magnetizes your abundance and your future closer to you. It's not about being first, it's not about being fastest, it's not about being smartest even. It's about being honest and authentic and doing it your way. Whatever way that is, if it's your way, it's going to be the right way. So take some time to connect with the trees, connect with the flowers, learn to slow down. Slowing down even those thoughts that are taking up space in your mind, renting space, taking up space rent-free. You know, how many ex-lovers, ex-partners, ex-friends are we allowing to live rent-free in our minds because we haven't actually decompressed and released the energy at the end of whatever relationship, or even throughout, if you're unlucky enough to have been caught up with a narcissist or an energy vampire or a real vampire. There's some protection advice that I was about to just give you all online, and I've decided not to give it because I'm using it myself, and I'm just going to keep that on lockdown for right now. You know, slow down that sense of communicating everything when it comes into your mind. Give it a once over. Just give those thoughts, those intended words, just a once over, a check before you speak them into the ether, and be sure of the intention or outcome that you might give off. And you might think, oh, well, I had no intention. I wasn't trying to achieve something with what I say, but everything you say has an impact, a reaction. Everything you do, everything you say, even down to the thoughts before you voice them, have an energy vibration. So just, tuning out some of those ugly thoughts that do you nothing but upset you is a way of slowing down back into a pace. Just as we use our breath to slow ourselves down, let distractions of nature pull you out of your mental misery, if that's where you find yourself. Hug a tree, sit on the grass, pick one of those dandelion clocks and tell the time by blowing on the dandelion. Find your pet, your animal, your mascota, and give them a stroke, a cuddle, take them out for a walk, give them a treat. Look at that card that just came out. Great way to ground yourself is through your animals. Stroking your animals is a really solid way of grounding. So after what I was just saying about that mental misery, look what comes out. This is what somebody or some people in the collective are experiencing right now. They're all in their head. And it looks like there's just this machinery in their mind that perhaps is kind of it's like it's overheating. You see all these chimneys coming out of their head. It's like that analogy or in a cartoon when you see people got steam coming out of their ears. It's like this person's mind is just on overload, so much so that all the machinery is now conking out and blowing up. And the steam is coming out of these chimneys, leaving this person in chaos. But it's an internal chaos of the mind. I think that is the King of Swords. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. And this is the Page or Princess of Earth. Yeah. Earth and air. So this is the Page, Prince or Princess of Earth, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, but I'm feeling Aquarius. Sorrow, more air. Major Arcana, this is Aries, Mars energy with the, the bee yourself just flew off the table. So the bee has flown. So you could be dealing with somebody with the letter B in their name. First, second, first, middle, or last initial could be B. Could be dealing with an earth sign, a fire sign. Okay, let's see why Black Widow is here, Spirit. There's definitely some resonating energies coming out. Why is the Black Widow here? And is there a message for the collective from Osho about the Black Widow? I mean, this is definitely what certain, Black widows that have been out here messing with other people's lives, journeys, destinies, relationships, they're now starting to feel their karma. And this is kind of what's going on internally. This sorrow and mental chaos, because there are people who are making the conscious choice to take it gently but determinedly, step by step by precious step. Slowly but surely, you will achieve your successful goal. But you need to do it in the right energy. This is never going to get you anywhere. You need to be in an energy of gratitude. You need to be in an attitude of gratitude. Black widows, people that resonate in a Black widow energy, they don't understand what it's like to be grateful, appreciative, aware even. Oh my goodness me. And that was, they don't know what it's like to be friendly. And there we got some water on the table now. Oh, well, funnily enough, of all these cards fell down this way up. I'm not going to take them, but 2 cards were flipped upright, and it was these 2. Thunderbolt, which is kind of like the tower. Yeah, this is like the tower of the major arcana. It's coming through as a 16. Yes, this is the tower, resonates as a number 7. And then we've got control. So interesting. This is clarifying the Black Widow after we've had mental chaos. I mean, this person is like, this is misery loves company type energy. This is someone that just wants to piss and whinge and moan about everything and anything to whoever will listen, whoever they can catch up in a trauma bond, pitiful pity party session that they're going to do it. Probably most likely they're going to find their friends who are always there for them, always supporting them. And you just, ruin their day. And we've got control, more air energy. This is now like maybe the king or the prince, because we've got the king. This could even be like the queen. Okay, all right, yeah. This is the Queen of Swords. I'm feeling that now. Queen of Swords energy, more air energy, and we've got the Tower. So we've now got Scorpio, Pluto, Mars energy in the house. Black Widow's going through a tower, thunderbolt and lightning tower for bringing about destruction to potentially these 2 energies. We've got an earth energy and a fire energy. They're both on a journey. Like I said, this person's broken their chains. They've got a fiery torch that's now leading their way to new pastures. And this beautiful turtle energy is making their way from the arid, dry desert into fertile, verdant, green swamp and out to the ocean. These people are both, and look at all these energies, they're all stuck in one place. They're all stuck, bound by their own chains, bound by their own belief systems, their own paradigms. But we've got these 2 people here that are growing beautiful opposites, yet living in harmony. We've got two. This is the Two of Cups, Two of Water. We've now got water on the board. Pisces, Scorpio, and Scorpio and Cancerian. Thank you, Spirit. Two of Cups. So we've got these two beautiful energies coming at the world in a completely, or coming at this relationship, but from completely different aspects. You could be really, really different people, and yet somehow you blend marvelously. You create something new. There's like the pink flowers of this tree and the yellow flowers of this tree are sovereign, and yet when they come together, there's like this combo that creates an orange blossom in the middle. This could be the birthing of a new baby. This could be the birthing of a new project. But whatever it is, these two souls, these two spirits coming together are creating something even more beautiful and magical than they were standing alone. But you could be connecting with someone who your feeling is completely different to you. But that's the magic that exists. It's like, despite those differences, in spite of 59 on the dot, despite all those things that make you different, there's a love, there's a connection, there's a friendship. Something started as friends first. Something has really strong roots and foundations. That's why there's almost like this, you know, these people want to be with each other so much, but he looks chilled. Yeah, he's broken his chains. His feet look like he's ready to run. He's got eagle wings and he's got a fiery torch that's burning with passion, but he's not rushing. He wants to savor the taste of freedom. He wants to savor every moment that is now his, no longer bound by other people. You don't want to be running from one relationship immediately into another. You need to sit with yourself for a while. You need to understand how you got to this particular place and what you did to contribute to things, to it ending, the reason why you're walking away. This is someone walking away, but again, slowly, slowing down. Maybe this person has been under so much pressure, so much tension at work and with family and with their children or their parents or their siblings, and they feel like they're in a Cinderella story and they've just been a personal slave to insert name here. And maybe this is just kind of like feeling what it's like to just feed yourself for once. Feeling what it's like to just go for a walk on your own, not having to think about everyone else before yourself. That's what you do. But when you leave one relationship and you go into another one, you need to, before you even think about being with someone else, you need to be yourself again. You need to put those parts of yourself back together that got fractured and fragmented when you were in a commitment with someone else. And if you've lost somebody, if you've lost an animal, you've lost a friend, you're going to have to work on that place that now feels empty inside. You're going to have to find something positive as a way of remembering and celebrating that person, that animal, that thing that's no longer there for you. Otherwise, it could leave you in a permanent state like this, constantly reliving the catastrophe over and over and over again. So this Black Widow, is there anything else, Spirit? Let's take some other cards, shall we? Let's take another deckity deck. We've had quite a few people come out, so let's get some animals with the Animal Spirit deck. But from the shuffle, we had Butterfly earlier. Butterfly came up in the book reading. I say also I was picking up on Scorpio energy because I said deadly at the beginning and it made me think of Scorpio. Oh, look. Oh, wow. Spider came out. Spider and the Black Widow. So this is definitely Spider in her positive, nurturing energy. But my goodness, those Black Widows, they know how to spin a lie. The wicked webs we weave when we practice to deceive. People practicing out here to deceive, and look who was under the spider. Maybe this spider is not so positive energy after all. This is representing Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, with the hyena. This is fire energy. This is very stalker, spiker, creepy, malicious, murderous energy. Under the moon, lots of secrets, lots of cackling. I can hear the hyenas cackling. There's almost like drool coming from this hyena's lips and teeth as they anticipate their kill. And these are animals that laugh. Their natural sound, their natural communication is laughter. So these are people that laugh as they hurt others. Oh, loads of cards flipped over. We kind of flipped half the deck. Okay, what else from the Animal Spirit deck? For this entire reading, Spirit, please give us some more energies. We've had the spider and the hyena, and now we've got the dragon. Didn't I just say we had a stalker? This is somebody watching. This is somebody potentially with a lot of wisdom. Not all watchers are stalkers. Not all stalkers are paid, is what I just felt. Not all stalkers are paid. 1:05:33 on the clock. I don't know how an hour's disappeared. Like, I really don't. I feel like I've just started this reading. It's nice to be back doing some tarot and some oracles and some grounding with nature with you all, my beautiful ones. I hope you're having a good day. Vulture. You can't make this up. We've been talking about Black Widow with all this very negative, controlling energy, mental disturbance that someone's trying to create. Then we've got spider, Black Widow, hyena, dragon, vulture. So the vultures are circling. What's underneath the vulture? The shark. And the cobra just dropped out. Come on. I can't make it up. You have some very toxic, frightening energies in your vicinity, in your local area. There are vultures circling, watching. Everybody is watching this web that has been woven to see how, even maybe how the spider is going to get out of a web that they've woven for themselves. Maybe someone else has trapped a spider or a creature. And now we've got all these apex predators. These are all apex predators. Top of the food chain. Merciless. Ruthless. But not fearless. Because that's why they're watching. It's their fear that is causing them to watch. They can't tear their eyes away. It's like driving past a car crash. Most people will feel themselves drawn to look, even if they're driving the car, even if they're the one driving the car. There's just this, I was going to say sick, but it's also very human, very natural urge to mentally establish that it could have been you. You know, there's that sense of, oh, it was someone else. It happened to someone else. It wasn't me. But, you know, if you take your eyes off the road to look at a car crash and you're the one driving the car, then you might find you're the next one being, you know, causing other drivers to stare. Whatever's happening, there's a lot of people watching what is about to go down. Clearly stuff's already going down. Like, clearly people are going down. People are going to be stuck in their own web, stuck in their own prison, stuck in their own mental hell that they've created, their own sorrow. Probably because they were just overdoing their manipulation. They were probably just, and I can't actually believe I've got all those energies. It was quite nice to see the hawk coming out underneath, because the hawk would actually take out most of these. The hawk would take out the spider, the vulture, the cobra, and the hyena. And I dare say there are big birds of prey that would definitely attack a shark or a whale from above. Absolutely, they would take out hyenas and cobras. And, you know, the vultures, they don't care. They'll just come round and, you know, slurp up whatever carcass is remaining. You know, they're those kind of nasty energy vampires that will come along and make a meal out of any destruction that has, whether they were involved in the death or not, they will make a meal out of it. So there's people ready to just rain on your parade, if I can be so gentle in that terminology, that phraseology. You know, they want to do a lot more than rain. I mean, they want to be pissing all around your parade. But people are frightened of what's about to happen. They're frightened of their karma. I need to pull something else that's positive out of this. Please, can we have, I'm feeling like the dragon is actually a very positive energy. There's somebody else, at least one person, or a sense of an organization, 1:11:29 on the clock. This could be an organization. This could be the point of view of a very significant individual that represents another group. This could be the internet. This could be somebody physically watching you through hidden cameras, be they goodies or baddies, i.e., are they watching you for your protection, or are they watching you for your destruction, or just watching you with a big box of popcorn because they're enjoying the show? But I sense that there is positive energies out here, protective energies. We did have Ask Your Angels. So, you know, this is Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raphael, and Archangel Uriel. Also, they're watching the watchers. Can we have... Okay, tell us about this dragon spirit. Who is this dragon energy? And are they friend or foe? This is a major arcana, ether. It's got the spiral of ether here, which is coming through as the major arcana and the etheric principle. That's too many. Oh, but we got... Whoa. Whoa. Okay. No way. So didn't I say I was talking about Scorpio? Okay. So yes, we just got... oh my God. Okay. I've just seen... Sorry, I'm jumping around a little bit. I've just seen schizophrenia and suppression, air and fire, the 10 of Wands and the 2 of Swords. Schizophrenia, more devilish energies. But anyway, underneath that is trust, adventure, understanding, and morality. Abundance, traveling, experience, flowering. So, yes, there's a lot of very creepy, sneaky, dark energies around, but my goodness, they are about to be obliterated in the light that is coming through. So, as I said just now, trust, adventure, one after the other, understanding, morality, abundance, woohoo, traveling, experiencing, and flowering. See how spirit comes through to balance things out? This is what grounding's all about, balancing the light and the dark. Yes, there has to be dark for light to even exist. One cannot exist without the other. But no matter how dark it is, even the inkiest black indigo sky above, transformed with the flickering pinprick of a lone star. So we talked about Scorpio at the beginning and in the middle and as I asked for some powerful light energies to come through, we get the Scorpion and the Phoenix, 2 out of 3 avatars of Scorpio. And we did actually have the hawk, which isn't, the eagle is the 3rd avatar of Scorpio. We had the hawk, it's gone back into the deck, but I'm going to take it as the eagle, like Scorpion, Phoenix, and the hawk / eagle spirit of Scorpio. Very positive, coming to drown out these negative energies, pulling them deep down into the abyss, where the pressure of the water above just infuses them with the impact of what these people have been doing. Like, these people are now feeling the weight of an ocean above them, the pressure of that significance, that morality that came through just now, people starting to comprehend exactly what they've been doing and who they've been messing with, and the ruin that they've made of their own lives, their own future, their own opportunities, and sadly, perhaps against their own loved ones. Because when you're doing dark spell work, dark magic, voodoo, hoodoo, you know what, you know who. You are only bringing that back on yourself and those people around you tenfold. And I pray to God to have mercy on your souls. I really do mean that. I'm going to leave us on these beautiful energies. I'm going to leave you on, 1 hour, 20 minutes. Which it's not 2 hours, it's not 1:20, it's 1 hour and 20 minutes. So 80 minutes. We have the horse. So Phoenix was ether energy, Scorpion was fire energy. We've got the horse for earth. This is my Chinese zodiac sign, the horse. This is earth, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, but with the moon enlivening her third eye. This could also be a Cancerian, Pisces, and a Scorpio. Let's not forget Scorpio. This is the deer. This is another one of my avatars. This is also my Patronus. This is an earth energy. We have the fish. We have the starfish. This is all the elements in balance: water, earth, fire, air, and ether. The 5-pointed star of the starfish. This is water energy. And then the cheetah. Just like the rebel of the emperor, just like the tortoise that was far mightier than the hare, the cheetah has set his sights on the road and he's taking off at lightning speed. We've got the thunderbolt somewhere. We've now got thunderbolts and lightning. I am loving how Spirit allowed balance to be restored both in the reading and in our physical bodies. Just by connecting with nature, just allowing the nature spirits to come through and heal us and show us that whilst we may be surrounded by enemies and enemigos, 120, 01, 02, we are also divinely protected by Spirit in all her forms, in all her vibrations, in all her energies, and in all the emotions with which you feel Spirit, because our emotional realm really is Spirit moving through us in color and words and song and music. So allow those emotions to flow. There was a lot of blue that came through. We had the trust, the flowering, the abundance, the understanding. And yeah, someone may be getting some like harsh judgment. See, that kind of portcullis looks like a prison door. It also looks like the House of Commons motif from London, England. And they've been keeping us all in a prison for a jolly long time. All these things are coming to an end. We've been through the year of balance. 121, 21. We've been through the year of balance. Everything has been righted. We're now in the year of the 7. We're now in the year of resistance, spiritual protection, enlightenment, huge leaps of awareness and learning and initiation are all around the corner, lovies. So take good care. I've been your green goddess. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed the little intuitive reading that we did with nature today. I hope you've enjoyed all of the characters that came out to play. And I hope that you took some healing and some meaning from the time that we spent together. And I really hope I'll see you on the next one. Please do consider dropping me a like, drop me drop me a donation if you're feeling that generous. I would be so appreciative, and you know that that energy vibration will be finding its way back to you in all that good karma. Thank you so much. Do subscribe to this channel if you haven't already subscribed. Thank you for being here, and take good care of yourselves. I'll see you soon. Bye.